Hello, hello. Hi, Kathy. How are you doing? By myself at the moment. Check something in. Good. All right. I'm just going to work on this little guy today. I want to finish this up for Lena. I hope she comes by. I'd love to see her and ask for her input, but I'm just going to keep doing my thing in it and hopefully she'll like it. I'm pretty decent today. Been a little busy the last couple of days, but could be worse. Has been worse before, so at the moment. I keep drinking water. Try to make sure I'm getting all my electrolytes, and hydration. It's not real hot or anything. It's not like I'm dehydrated, but I need more hydration. Who's at the cabin on the lake? Sophie? Sorry, I just should have had the context on that one. I'm back home at the moment. I was last week at mine. Must be talking about somebody else. I was at my dog sitting last week. Oh, Lena. Oh, that's good. Oh, she's at a cabin by the lake. Does she go there every summer? Is it like she stays there for a while? Escape the heat. That must be nice. Ray. Let's see, Ray. Let's go do my down scope. There we go. She sent this little card to go in the book. I'm gonna make it a journaling card on the back. I might put a picture of somebody. Oh, it's sniffly today. There's some allergens in the air. What have you been up to, Kathy? What fun stuff? You're always busy. Tell me what you've been busy doing lately. Nothing. Well, it's okay. You can do that too. And I bet when you really think about it, it's probably not absolutely nothing. My lovely daughter Maddie is flying to LA to see her sister, my lovely daughter Bridget, for a few days in LA. I'm excited for her. I'm taking care of her kitty while she's away. And as maybe Bridget will pop in at some point. I think, or maybe she's on her way to pick up Maddie at the airport. Let's see. Looks like Julie Thurston might be coming on. Julie T. I see you. Here you are. Hello. How are you?
Good. How's everybody?
Good. 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 Just working on my junk journal today, the Beatles one.
Okay. Well, I'm going to glue up some stamps on styrofoam balls.
Stamps on styrofoam balls. Awesome. Make little like decorative orbs.
I have these little 4-inch balls. And then I make, let's see, I've got map.
Oh, yeah.
And I did green stamps.
Oh, I like that.
And orange ones.
Oh, yes.
And some other green ones, lighter green, more than kind of aqua.
That's awesome.
Other things I've done, jute balls, and I did this wire kind of thing.
Oh, wow. How hard was that to form into a sphere?
It was just a matter of playing around with wire and, nothing. It wasn't really complex.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Well, great. How you been feeling lately?
Well, I just started Zepbound. So
okay.
I started Friday, and so I'm just letting it get used to my body, or me getting used to it in my body or something.
Right.
Anyway, I have a friend from high school who started on Ozempic a couple of years ago and's lost over 100 pounds. He's diabetic. So now he's switched to, I think, Mounjaro, which is more for type 2 diabetes, and mine is for weight loss. So anyway.
So far, so good.
No. So far, so good. I don't have any side effects, and so we'll see. So
great.
Anyway, glad to have some time to craft, and so now I got to find all my stuff.
Yeah,
I've been ordering all of the materials for Mom's bathroom remodel. Don't know when the contractor can start, but I just wanted to have everything ready. So I had the electrician come by today, and anyway, so now I gotta do stuff just for me.
Yeah, that's sometimes going through that checklist is sort of a lot of work, and then it's nice to get away from that. Some fun stuff to do.
So
what's the weather like today where you are?
It's gonna be upper 80s, low 90s, somewhere in there, I guess. So clear. And so hopefully no fires.
Yeah.
Well, we've had 3 earlier this month or the end of May. So within like 4 weeks, right in our area. And they were only maybe a couple of acres, but it makes us very nervous because we have very dense brush and trees because we're
Yeah.
right at the pine tree oak mix. We're at like 2,500 feet. So,
Yes.
anyway, so there's just, and we're way out. You've been here, way out in the country, and so
Mm-hmm.
not everybody does all kinds of clearing and
Mm-hmm.
trimming as they should. So
Mm-hmm.
when these fires start, they can go crazy with just a light breeze. So we
Yeah.
don't want a paradise situation here. So they were really good
Right.
about bringing in all kinds of equipment, but there's not a whole lot of fires going on right now. But if things ramp up, that's when it gets scary because they start diverting resources to other places, and then you get screwed.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that is scary. That paradise. Oh, that was so devastating.
It was.
So
Well,
not
and Santa Rosa too. They got the same kind of thing, and
Mhm.
I'll use. Well, I'm glad you're still going on that Beatles one.
Yes, I'd like to finish
I
it.
think of all my Beatles songs when I think about that.
Yeah.
Is it early Beatles? Is it later Beatles?
I think it's for Lena. She commissioned it, and I think she likes the earlier Beatles.
Yeah, it looks
If I
like the
remember
early
right.
Fab Four, early 60s stuff.
Yeah, and the story that they did here for the book has to do with them forming the band.
Oh, got it. I like your change of decoration on the front, your black rickrack and
Oh
stuff.
yeah. It's actually a dark brown, which is nice. It goes with the
Ah,
little
got it.
brown in there, but it does, it has the pop of black.
Sure.
Yeah, so I like that.
It's dark. It's
It's
contrast.
dark. It is, and it follows the kind of the color throughout. And then I'm just taking this little magazine. I think it was like a TV guide published kind of a thing that she sent, and taking some of the clippings from it
Oh yeah.
and then dispersing it throughout. And it's kind of reminding me of what I used to do. I was a big fan of Duran Duran. That was my
Okay.
thing in like middle school, and so they were compared, of course, a lot to the Beatles. They're from Britain too, and then of course they were a boy band, but they had 5 instead of 4. Of course, there's been a lot of other boy bands that have followed suit, but anyway, when I was a teen, I did a lot of scrapbooking. We had a lot of those like Teen Beat magazines and that kind of
Oh
thing.
sure.
And I would put them all together, take out little clippings that I liked and put them in a photo album. Well,
How fun.
of course, I saved all of that in my parents' house in a box. And now Maddie, my oldest, has all of that stuff. I
Oh,
was shocked that she and Bridget were both interested in holding on to it. So it's kind of funny to look back at those kind of funny
I
things
bet.
that you used to
Especially
do.
looking at them now, it's like, never
Yeah,
would
yeah,
recognize. Of course,
and
people wouldn't recognize me either, but
right. And I spent a lot of time on that kind of thing, and this is kind of reminding me of just sort of a fun little activity that I had for
sure.
myself.
When my kids were little and before digital cameras, I only got to visit them once or twice a year after Bob took them away unlawfully. And so I would have a day with each of them, and we would go to Disneyland or Universal, or I took Bobby to Kennedy Space Center and So anyway, I would do photo albums with just everything, ticket stubs and brochures and all that stuff
Oh
from the
yeah,
trip.
yeah.
So
That's neat.
uh, don't have. I think I gave the kids theirs. So,
Well, that's a nice
but
little
I still,
keepsake.
because of going through all of my folk stuff and the grandparents stuff back in the day, you would have 4 copies of everything made and send them to
Uh-huh.
relatives. And so now I got a whole bunch of the backs. Now I've got like 4 of each of everything. So,
Yes.
so just to be able to um, go through, now I'm trying to make updated albums and brings back all kinds of memories. And
Oh,
so, but
wow.
looking at the early Beatles, I tell you that when I was 5, I think it was 5 or 6, my girlfriend's mom took us to see A Hard Day's Night
Mm-hmm.
with all the screaming teenagers, and the mom was snoring with all these girls just screaming throughout the whole thing.
Oh,
And
funny.
it was a bizarre movie to begin with. And so, as a 5-year-old trying to figure out what the heck is going on,
Oh,
and
wow.
then all these girls screaming, I thought, why?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so that was my big Beatles experience besides listening to their music.
Well, that's neat. Yeah, I think, did I see that movie at some point? I think I might have. Tom was kind of a bit of a, kind of like the Beatles. When that re-release of all their music came out in the 90s,
Yeah.
Apple, I don't know, he bought some of those CD sets, I remember, and I listened to their music kind of for the first time when we listened to those CDs.
I remember going down to the ranch, and Tom, either we were at the ranch or we went over to their house, and Tom had the latest Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
Ah,
And um, so he was showing that off.
yes. He loved to collect music.
Hmm.
So each time the new form would come out, he would get all, like, he had so many CDs. And then when MP3 players started, he started loading up a bunch of MP3 players with all the music.
Yeah.
Just kind of a ultimate consumer of media like that. I still have a lot of photos. Speaking of, like you mentioned, some photos I need to digitize and share with the
Yeah,
girls.
because that doesn't take any time.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what, yeah, and preventing me from attacking that project. Yeah, I still have like a box of papers and things that um, his stepmom sent him at some point as an adult that he never really did anything with, and I don't have the heart to just toss. But I, honestly, I mean, I think once I do start going through it, I'll be into it. But
Sure.
because I've been so busy taking care of other things, I haven't had the bandwidth to work on it.
Yeah.
But it's on my to-do list. It'd be great if one of the girls had time to do it with me. I think that would help motivate me. But they are busy with life.
Yep, that happens.
Maddie's she's on her last year of her doctorate.
Oh my goodness.
So she is really making an effort. And of course, she's gone through some personal challenges that have not been unexpected, relationship
Mm.
ending and that kind of thing. So that's kind of, gotten her anxiety you know, she gets a little bit of my anxiety from and my dad, and you know, it kind of runs in the family. So
Yeah,
she's been doing such a good job, though, such a good job with trying getting help right away. She started therapy, weekly therapy. She found a therapist,
good.
found a new doctor. She's just like really. Um, I'm really happy that she didn't just like pull the covers over her head and hide. So she's gonna do great. I keep trying to remind her, but she's doing a great job.
Good.
Sometimes we have a little bit of negative self-talk, and
Right.
gotta dig ourselves out of that.
Well, I'm glad that my daughters are close and can confide in each other. And Emily suffers from anxiety
Uh
and
huh.
takes medication for that.
Yeah.
And so, and I guess she can't take the medication if she's pregnant. So that's why she's just stuck with just one child. And
Oh, okay.
um, but
Mhm.
now that she's teaching, she's got plenty of kids.
Yeah, that's right. There's that.
Mhm.
Yeah, what was it? Um, Maddie really likes kids, but she, doesn't necessarily have the desire to have them herself.
Uh-huh.
She recently told me, and I didn't realize this. She's like, "Mom, if I liked or if I was good at biology, I would have become a pediatrician." And I was like,
Huh.
"Really? I didn't know that." Like, she likes kids that much, I guess. That she would
Now, what is she getting her doctorate in?
math.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's math.
Yeah, I didn't get that gene.
Me either.
I got the artsy fartsy, creative, spatial relationship.
Yeah, yeah, she got that from the Brown side. I'm pretty well. I will say my dad was a civil engineer and pretty good at
Yeah.
math in his head. So, and she does have a lot of his traits too.
And what's Bridget up to?
Bridget, you mean just today or in life?
Just just
She
we had
probably picking Maddie up from the airport.
oh,
Pretty sure about right now.
so
Maddie's
she down in LA?
gone down. Yeah, Maddie just left this morning to go to see Bridget and hang out and go to Universal. We mentioned Universal, so that'll be
Oh,
fun. I
great.
think it'll be Maddie's first time there. Bridget's a pass holder, so
Got it. Yeah, she is a little close.
yeah, she's 10 minutes away.
I haven't been there, and we went when it first opened up back in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been since then. And
Oh, it's so great.
so,
Of course, it's changed, but you know who's
oh,
still
sure.
there? The the shark from
Oh,
Jaws. He's still
see,
there.
see, I was there. It was like Leave It to
Oh,
Beaver's house set.
oh, and that was before you were there, or that was after you were there, I guess. Then in the '60s,
Oh, yeah.
because
So, no, this was like early 60s when we were there.
wow,
And um,
yeah,
so,
the
well,
Psycho House. They still point out the Psycho House.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And then we got to go on the set. Dad's cousin. So I don't know if you ever heard about Meredith and Kim and Judy all in Portland, those cousins.
I
So
think
this
I've
was
heard Meredith.
okay. So
Not much.
I called Dad's mom Munga, and so
Uh-huh.
Munga had a sister named Florence, and so they lived in Hawaii for years and years, and then they ended up in Pebble Beach, and Munga and Grandpa moved across the street.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, so Florence had only one daughter, Meredith, who's just like between Dad and Anne's age, somewhere in there.
Mhm.
And so Dad and Meredith are really good buddies, and they shared all kinds of. They were always calling each other and telling each other jokes and whatnot. So I forgot where I was going with this, but
That's all right.
it'll come back to me one of these days.
I can relate to that.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
between hormones and
yes. Yeah.
too many things going on.
Yes.
So you got everything settled with your dad?
Oh no, I'm still waiting. There's a lot still, the different benefits that came through that should have stopped because we called them, but they were scheduled to keep going. So,
Right.
right, so they have to take it back out of the account.
Oh gosh.
And then I'm waiting for the final medical bill, or the final hospital bill. I got the one from the previous month when he broke his hip and had this surgery and all of that, but
Right.
I haven't gotten the second one, which I thought,
It's amazing getting, months later, ambulance bills
yeah, the ambulance still.
and then he was a volunteer firefighter up here and ended up falling like 70 feet or something into a gold mine shaft and
Oh,
fractured his hip and
goodness.
3rd-degree burns. And this was in 84. So
Oh,
for years he had permanent disability from that. So so he got disabled benefits from the state. And so just trying to close that stuff out. Well, just before he died, they switched, instead of sending a check, to a debit account. And so I set up a debit card so I could take the cash out easily. Well, you get down to the $8.16 or whatever it is, and you can't take that out of the ATM. And I have to figure out a way to go to the bank. And, it's one of those really low priority things.
right.
So just to finish out that one account. And I have called all of his different subscriptions because he got a lot of investment information and got on these different health lists and stuff. So it's been over 3.5 years. I'm still getting stuff.
Oh, yeah, all the mailing. Yes.
And despite, the phone numbers changing and other things and email.
Isn't that terrible?
It's really frustrating.
Yeah, I still get things that say Tom, this, that, and the other. I'm like, what? How am I now getting Tom's stuff? And for a while, early on, that was really hard, especially when you're grieving. You're like reminded every time you get the mail.
Exactly. Well, when I moved back to Florida in 2007, I got contacted by a law firm, and they were wanting to collect a debt that my ex had forged my name and fake social security number for like a $22,000 loan. Well, they were wanting to collect with interest $70,000 from me.
OMG.
And because it never came up in any of my credit checks because the social security number was wrong. Well, once I had moved back to Florida, they picked up me on their radar.
Okay, yeah.
And so it had been supposedly written off in bankruptcy court, when we got divorced. But anyway, they were still trying to. It was one of these firms during. It was right before the recession hit and all that, so things were looking grim. So it was one of these law firms that was just trying to collect uncollected debt. if they could.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So at least they didn't call and call and call and call. But I was unemployed at the time, and my ex
Oh,
was also
sorry.
unemployed at the time. He was
Hmm.
either recently out of jail or on his way to jail.
Oh, no.
And so they weren't going to get anything out of him. But so nothing ever came of it after that. But it was just so annoying that
Oh, I'm
it had
glad.
been over like 25 years or more since
Yeah.
it happened.
That must have been kind of stress inducing. I would have been
Yeah,
very worried about
just
that
the
for a
fact
while.
that here was another case of him committing fraud and just always getting away, for the most part. He hardly spent any time in jail.
Unreal. Yeah. That's terrible. Yeah. Hi, Midge. Midge, my friend, came into the chat. Amelia. I don't know if you've met Julie, Midge, but this is Julie.
Hey, everybody.
I'm working on this junk
Show what I'm
journal,
working on.
and Julie's working on some decorative spheres with some stamps. Neat.
Get it in the camera.
I love that kind of project where you're just, gluing, piecing together, mosaic.
I like using up stuff, and they look cool in a bowl at Christmas or whenever. And so I just thought, what the heck?
Definitely. Good to see you too, Midge. Let me switch around so I can smile and say hello. It's been a while. Hi. What have you been up to, Midge? Anything new with you? I'm trying to get back out and pop in on people and see what people are doing, connect with my friends on YouTube. Just not doing any selling at the moment. When I get myself organized, maybe I'll get some static sales up, like some videos. Maybe sell some more of my bracelets that I was making for a while. I still have quite a few. And then sell some of my junk journals. That's what I need to do. Yeah. Nice to see you too. How's your summer been so far? I'm calling it summer, even though we haven't hit the solstice yet. But it's
Friday.
it's coming right up. And of course, most of the country gets summery weather before we do. But typically,
Right.
typically it's like July 4th for us.
Really?
Yeah, give or take. I mean, we joke and say we have January. So June tends to be like cloudy and can kind of have some storminess.
Yeah.
This one hasn't been too bad. We've had maybe half and half, summery days and cloudy days so far this month. But yeah, our summers go kind of late and sometimes into September, late September, early October. In fact, when Maddie was born on the 28th of September and Bridget was October 7th, and both of those days were really beautiful sunny days.
Huh.
Like very summer-like. I want to do
Well, this time last year, we were having really hot weather. It's like end of May, early June, we hit the upper 90s to triple digits.
Oh, wow.
And that lasted for 3 to 4 months. It was the most miserable summer on record. So I don't want that again.
Just
ever.
last year.
Yeah, that was last year. This year has been kind of pleasant.
Mitch says we're going to gradually get to the mid 90s this weekend. Today, mid 80s. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. Don't call me Midge. I'm gonna look. Remember where you're located. Midwest. Illinois. Midge is in Illinois. I never visited that part of the country before. I've just been to Minneapolis. But I've never, that's probably as close as I've gotten to Illinois.
You know, flying into an airport just doesn't count.
Yeah, I guess not.
Working with these old stamps is like working with wallpaper. You got to get it all wet first,
Oh,
and then not too soaked, but it just needs to be pliable.
mm,
And then lots of glue.
sounds fun though. I love that kind of. I love gluing things, decoupage, that kind of thing.
These are really old 2-cent stamps. I don't think there's even a year on them. Have to look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Mom and I watched Fried Green Tomatoes last night. Hadn't seen that.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen it in a while since it came out, probably. Classic.
It's like you don't think it's been around that long, and then you realize what these people look like now.
Right.
Okay, it's been a while.
Oh, yeah, we are so quiet, aren't we? I feel like I was dabbling a little bit earlier. But yeah, the concentration does quiet me down. Oh, Kathy says she bought a bunch of seed bead necklaces from Steph. I'm gonna make sure to wash them before deciding to take them apart. Oh yeah, I've done that when I've reclaimed some jewelry pieces, beads, and things. It does tend to get dirty um, on your hands. I've noticed that. How did you go about cleaning them before you took them apart? It's just soaking them in soapy water, maybe? Maybe a little vinegar. Oh, she soaked them in laundry detergent. Okay. That would do the trick too. Probably be even better, some sort of something that would break up oils, like Dawn dish. Oh, they really felt clean. That's good. Real clean. Oh, Julie Day Trip Vintage is here. Hi, Julie.
Hello.
You haven't been waiting long.
No. Just not even a minute.
Oh, good.
Just a few seconds. How are you both today?
Great. How are you?
Pretty
Good. Very good. Sorry I'm late.
I'd like to make it. You know, you can come by anytime.
Yeah, I was gardening this morning.
Ooh.
And then I was like, oh, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. So I ate lunch. And then I was tempted to jump in the shower, but I'm like, no, I'm just not going to show my face
Yeah.
in case I want to go back out later when it cools down a little bit.
Yeah.
Is it warm down there?
Yes, it's been warm. The weather's been so odd. Like we've had like, cold days and now it's back to being warm. I'm trying to look. Well, the temperature gauge across the room for me says 76, but I'm sure it's in the 80s. At least mid 80s, I'm guessing. Let me look up. Let me see what it is. here. Feels hot.
Sitting at 65. It's supposed to be 70 today.
Oh, my
okay.
goodness. That sounds lovely.
Nice and comfy. Yep.
That's perfect. Well, ours does say 75 now. I'm surprised. It feels like 80s to me. Maybe just it's hot in the sun.
Yeah.
How is everybody doing? Hi, Kathy.
Good. Yeah, we had Midge in the chat.
Hi,
for a
Midge.
minute. So far, a quiet group. That's nice to see them. I finally did commit to coming down first week in July, Julie, to come down to LA. July
Oh,
1st.
awesome.
Yeah. I'll be there from the 1st to the 6th. Bridget comes back the 6th.
Perfect. I am home the whole time. We're not going away again till August.
Nice. So I'll
So
have to
we'll be here. We'll do
connect
something
and-
fun.
Yeah, I can come down there and see you, or
Yeah, I can come your
somewhere.
direction too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yay. Let's see if this works. What is everybody working on? I see,
Yeah.
Leanne, you're working on your Beatles journal.
Yeah.
Ooh, Julie's
covering-
decoupaging something cool.
Yeah, stamps, old stamps on a styrofoam ball.
Oh, how
Decorative
cool.
balls in all different colors because I have stamps in all different colors.
That's wonderful. I discovered a fun surprise. I think I had said that I made these like hooks for my son's room when he was
Yeah.
little. They were like little star-shaped wood pieces. And then after I had mentioned it to you guys, I was like, oh, I don't, I was thinking, oh, I'm surely I've given them away, and it was making me think about them. But I discovered them in our linen closet over the weekend. I took everything out and I was reorganizing it, and I'm like, what is that up there? And it was the hook. So
Oh,
Fun.
glad. I don't know, maybe if Ryan has a little boy one day or something,
yeah, maybe you want to keep it.
it'll be something fun.
Yeah. What are you doing today?
Well, the prompt that we picked for this week was zine.
Yes.
And so I'm going to attempt to make one.
Magazine.
This will be my very first ever.
Nice.
I'm just using some scratch paper, so we'll see how it turns out. Oops, our air conditioner's coming on. Turn it off. Oops. Hey, honey. How'd it go? Are you official? Oh, you have to do one online right now? Oh, okay. Not official yet. Ryan just got home from school. I thought maybe he was officially on summer break, but he just said he has to take one more final online right now. So he's almost official.
Almost. Yay.
And one in person today, and so close.
Right. I saw that you posted a video of your, was it a haul from Durango?
Oh yeah, I did. I picked
I
up
haven't watched
so
it yet.
much stuff just in Durango that I figured, oh, I'll just do a haul
Neat. Oh
just
my
for that town. And
Mhm.
and then I have another little one, but I really didn't thrift or shop much in
Mhm.
other spots, or maybe it's just I didn't find a lot. I found so much good stuff in Durango. Oh my gosh.
Try to remember that so I can plan a trip one of these days.
Oh yeah. In fact, there's oh, I think they have a lot of consignment places too. I never hit any of those, but they have 3 thrift stores in town. I only went to 2. I wasn't able to go to all 3. They have a great antique booth kind of store downtown that had really great prices. And then the Sunday flea market was amazing. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was probably the best. That's probably why I ended up with so much stuff was the flea market. But highly recommend.
I would love to get to a flea market one of these days again.
It was so good, like dollar, things that were a dollar.
Wow, really?
Dollar books and cool antiques. Yeah, it was. And I was being very good. I didn't buy like everything that was a great deal and that I loved. I was trying to be a little bit picky also because we still had like a week left and I wasn't sure,
Yeah.
what I would end up finding. So I was being good, but a couple regrets of things I didn't get, but that's the way life goes.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, anybody, I highly recommend Durango. It's it's not really a little town anymore. It used to be a little town when my parents lived there, but It's so beautiful. Lots to do, lots to see. Very relaxing.
What I like.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of really great little day trips, and the train is wonderful. I think it's maybe maybe one of two narrow gauge trains left in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
like coal burning. So that, oh my gosh, that's a beautiful train ride to take. It's a long one, but so it goes from Durango up to what used to be an old silver mining town called Silverton, way up in the mountains.
Cool.
But it's just spectacular. The views are spectacular. And we were lucky. My parents still have, good friends that live there, family friends. So they came and picked us up. So we only did like a one way. We took the train one way, and then they came and picked us up. Otherwise, it can be like a very long day, but I think they do have bus rides, so you can like take the train up and then take a bus back, which is probably a good way to do it. Otherwise, it's just all day.
Wow.
Like probably 9 to, I don't know what time the train gets back, 5 or 6. It could be a long day, but highly recommend.
Wonderful.
Stuff to add to my bucket list because I've never been on a train. I mean, a stationary train, sure, but not a moving, take you somewhere. Well, like the Metro rails and stuff, but they don't count.
No, you're just once you get past Durango, like town proper, you are just in you're just in nature. And there was even still snow on some of the mountains. You're going through beautiful meadows and trees and snow-capped mountains. The elevation's pretty high, getting up to Silverton, and there's bridges. It's just amazing. And then the cars themselves are very cool, so you can choose what type of car you want to sit in. And there's one that's completely open, and we didn't do that because we were afraid, what if it snowed or something?
Sure.
Because we got snowed on when we were in Mesa Verde, which we stopped at before we went to Durango. And so we didn't do the open one, but we did like the next, least expensive. But they're all antique cars. And that one was very comfortable. That was a comfortable.
So is there any kind of food service, or you bring your own?
Yeah, well, we did bring our own, and actually we didn't really end up eating it. So you leave at 9, but then once you get up to Silverton, there's tons of restaurants and places to eat up there, but they do have a food car where you could get full. We didn't walk down to the food car, but you can get, drinks, and I'm assuming, breakfast sandwiches, that kind of thing. And you arrive in Silverton about noon, and I think maybe you get an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I'm not sure, because our friends came and picked us up, and then we rode back.
Got it.
Down with them. They were actually camping up in the area, so we rode back in their RV. And there's also another narrow gauge train in the Redwoods. Let's see, where is that one? Let me look it up. We did that when the kids were younger.
Well, I know there's one on the coast. I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, what is that town?
It's Mendocino, or about near Mendocino.
Yes, and that's a great one too. That was a lot of fun.
And my folks have done that. So Yep, stuff from my bucket list.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Once I get the old knee done.
Right. That'll open up your world right there.
Yes,
Is it Roaring Camp? Is that what it? No, that's not it.
that's the name of my street.
Felton.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I think that's what it is. Redwood Forest Steam Train.
But it takes you to a restaurant and all kinds of stuff. And it's another one of those all day kind of things.
Yeah,
I see
70,
it
yeah,
advertised all the
75
time
minutes.
on Instagram.
Mm.
Since that's my only social media these days.
Yeah. It was beautiful. That train ride was really beautiful when we did that one with the kids because you're going through the redwoods and
Well, we have
less expensive. The Durango Silverton was like I want to say 100, a little bit over 100 for each of our tickets, and this one adults it's 42.35. So this other one is less expensive and shorter of a trip. Maybe that's why. Anyway, we had a lot of fun.
we have a local Redwood Grove, just about 20 minutes from here.
How nice.
So yeah, it's beautiful. So I'd love to we have an easy, like a mile hike. So that's something that I can do without going into a breathing fit.
Right. That's wonderful.
But then there's much longer hikes and things that my brother and son and others who are younger have done. But it's so beautiful, and because it's probably at over 5,000, maybe between 5 and 6,000 feet. It's so much cooler, and then they get the delayed spring. So if you missed dogwoods in bloom or something, you can just go up there a month later and like, oh, look, they're just starting.
Oh wow.
Water's getting dirty. Change this out.
Have either of you ever done a sound bath?
Or no idea what that is.
No.
So it's, let me look it up. I probably won't describe it. A friend of mine, it's my third time doing one. A friend of mine hosted at her house on Saturday. I think there were maybe 15 of us.
Oh, wow.
Maybe that participated, but so I say the right thing. It was really wonderful. I highly recommend. Let me see if I can describe it properly. So it says a sound bath is a meditative experience where participants relax while being enveloped in ambient sounds and vibrations produced by instruments like singing bowls, gongs, turning forks. She also had like chimes. It's so relaxing. So it's a form of sound healing that aims to promote relaxation, reduce stress, and facilitate a deeper meditative state. Essentially, the sounds guide the participants' focus and awareness, helping them to disconnect from external distractions and tune into their inner experience. And as the person that was doing it, as she said, it's and you're laying down. So there's nothing you have to do but relax, and just be open to the experience. But it is so relaxed. All three. Well, twice, 2 times and she's the person that she had come to her home. She's a professional. So twice I've experienced with her. And then my friend also has some of the bowls and things. Oh, so right. She treated all of us at her birthday this year. All of us that attended her birthday party, we had such a nice day. And then she did like a little sound bath for us all at the end.
Now, is everybody together when it happens?
Yeah. So this time, so the first time when we did it at my friend's house, it was kind of like a slumber party. We all brought, pillows and yoga mats and stuff, and we just did it in her living room. So we all, had our sleeping bags and everything. We just laid down there. The Saturday when she hosted, we did it in her backyard. So we just laid sheets out, and then, whatever we had brought with us to make us comfortable. But the person that was doing it, the professional, I don't even know what you call them, sound bath person, she had blankets, she had like pillows to put under our knees, so that we were comfortable. And you lay however you're comfortable. If you want to lay on your back, you can. If you want to lay on your side, just whatever feels comfortable. And it is so, usually they last about 45 minutes, and it seems like it's 10 minutes. Wow. It goes, it's such a weird experience because you're so, at least for me, I've just immediately, the sound just makes me feel very heavy and just relaxed. Like, I just don't even feel my body. I just don't feel my body. It's just just a very kind of heavy, relaxed feeling. And that was the one thing we said. We were like, well, how long were you doing it? And she's like, oh, I did it for about 45 minutes. And all of us were like, it seemed like 10 minutes. It's like the time doesn't, it's like you have no sense of time, sort of. Yeah, and you just feel so relaxed, kind of rejuvenated.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it was really, really nice.
Right. When you said tuning forks, I remembered we did something called acutonics in esthetician school, where I went to kind of more of a European holistic kind of spa school. So acutonics was something that we actually did with tuning forks on the body in different points on the body.
Oh, I bet that's very relaxing.
Of course, I've never done anything with it professionally, but it was a really kind of interesting thing to learn.
It's probably along those, yeah,
Yeah.
same
The
line.
vibrations. Mhm.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, and how it's just so
frequencies.
fascinating. Yeah, how how vibrations can make you feel and relax you, and sound. Yeah, she had like she has like a gong. She had, um, those rain sticks, but she has like a big, like a drum thing. And so, and then she just would alternate, like kind of move, do one kind of instrument and sound for a while and then kind of move into something else. And this big drum thing that she has, that's like a drum rain stick sort of. And then she was walking around, and she was kind of walking around amongst us, and it's just like you feel like you're part, like of a wave with the sound, of the ocean and the waves. Oh my gosh, so relaxing. Hi, Christy.
Very cool. Hey, Christy. How are you?
Hello, hello.
What are you doing?
Yeah, definitely recommend if anybody ever has the opportunity to do.
I went to a group event at a spa. It was like a spa night, and it was a gift. And I went with my daughter and another friend. And you could go to different sessions every 15 minutes. So it was, back massage in a chair and acupuncture and face massage and all these different things. So you could try them out if you never had before. So I go into this group acupuncture thing, and we were sitting in a circle, and the acupuncturist just asked us, what are your needs? Do you have headaches or, other kind of issues? And so she got to me, and I said, well, I'd been feeling a little constipated. And so she would insert needles, your knees, your forehead, wherever it was, depending on your issue. And so then once she got around everybody, it was, low light and, the relaxing music. And we were supposed to kind of, breathe and be calm. And so relaxing. And all of a sudden, I had this big loud fart. And none of my friends were with me, and I wanted to just burst out laughing. And obviously, whatever she did was getting my intestines moving.
Yes.
But it was just, and nobody ever said anything. I couldn't wait to get out of there and share my crazy moment with people. But
yeah,
anyway, so,
well, but that tells you that it works, right?
It works, yeah. Absolutely.
Wow. Yes. Yeah, that's been on my list of to-dos. Acupuncture. I did for a while back when the girls were in school. I knew somebody who did it, but I haven't been for like my headaches. Check on that. I think actually my insurance plan covers it a little bit.
Oh, then you should definitely try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jim tried it one time. He said it was very helpful.
Mm-hmm. I've done one of those soaking tanks where you have basically, I think it's, what do they really call it? A float tank where you go in. It's like a pod.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that.
All the lights are off, or you can listen to music. It's pricey, Of course, they sell you subscriptions. You want to go regularly, but
Yeah, some of those things that I guess that's the one drawback, right? With some of
Right.
these things, they can be
Sure.
quite expensive.
But I really liked it. It was really helpful. Um, the float felt so nice.
I bet that's the same thing. You just feel weightless
Mm-hmm.
and time has no
Yeah,
meaning.
more or less.
Don't love this. Oh, bye, Midge.
Oh, Mitch.
Just gonna go enjoy Jeopardy. That's fun.
Crafty.
Did anybody do anything eventful for Father's Day yesterday?
Well, no
No.
father around here except for my brother, and he was with his family. So that was it.
One of those when it's, my dad just passed, so
Yeah.
it was like trying to pretend it wasn't Father's Day.
Just kind of a, yeah,
But John,
understandable.
hung out with his kids and did some Father's Day stuff with them. I had the house to myself and I just watched movies and did some stretching, that kind of stuff.
Well,
I
it's
gave
nice to have
myself
a day just to
yeah,
decompress and relax.
I
That's
gave
always
myself a pedicure for the first time in a while.
wow, that
Wow.
was nice.
I'm not used to looking at my toenails painted anymore. It's funny because I always paint them. Now it just looks so strange.
Well, now that it's almost summer, you get your toes ready to go.
Yes, exactly what I was thinking. Especially with the stuff coming up, and I was noticing, boy, they really get a lot drier than they used to be. I never had problems with my feet looking dry, and now that's a whole new thing. I think being in my 50s.
Yeah, mine just look because I wear flip flops most of the time. I mean, if I'm walking, if I go for a walk, I throw my tennis shoes on. But as soon as I get home, boom, they come off. And the
Yeah.
flip-flops go back on.
Yeah, I am a barefoot flip flop kind of person all through the
Yeah.
winter, except for if it's, I have to go out either in the snow or it's raining or something and it's really cold, then I'll break down and wear real shoes.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it doesn't make for very nice looking feet,
Yeah.
at least for me anyway.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, and since I garden all the time, my toes are, always filthy. And
Yeah.
then that's kind of disgusting to look at. So I've got
Yeah.
to stay on top and, remind myself that, we do have people come over and I should not look like a hobo.
Usually if I go on vacation, I always get a pedicure before I
Uh-huh.
travel or go somewhere. And then when we left for our camping trip, like I was so busy. And then I think like the first day and I'll go, oh my gosh. And Jim's like, what? And I'm like, I was going to get a pedicure I was just so like, that was on my mental list of things to do. And then I was like, oh my gosh, my feet look terrible like all week. But then I was thinking, wow, nobody knows me.
Nobody knows. Nobody left.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, we have some new guests on our panel.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Yes.
The twins are here.
The twins, Bridget and Maddie.
Triplets, actually. Wait, with Snowball? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you just get back from the airport?
Yeah.
Aw, thank you.
Oh, so cute.
How are you, girlies?
What?
How's it going? How was your flight, Maddie?
Good. Good. They did have people get off the back, like I said, past the exit row, but
Okay.
I was in front of the exit row. Fancy.
So did you have the worst spot to
Yeah. I
got off last?
Yeah, and I didn't choose my seat, so it makes sense. It was in front of the exit row, so I couldn't recline.
Did you have a middle seat?
Oh,
No, I had a window seat. Oh.
Well, being by the head is the worst, I think. It smells.
by the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah, Bridget likes being back there. I think maybe it's convenient.
Well, yeah, I especially like it when it's like at the Burbank airport where you can get off in the back, but like
Yeah, I always choose the way back.
I like to be able to see everything in front of me. Like if something goes down, I want to be able to see it. I don't want it happening behind me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We are twins.
Yeah. Twins.
You are twins in that way. You're that way too, Maddie.
What do you mean in that way? We are twins. What, like you
Yeah.
Look, I was there when you were born, so it seemed like there was about 2 years in between.
Your
hi,
mom
Maddie.
is right, though. Your voices are very similar.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very similar. Because I just have my head down and I have to look up to see
Who was talking? Yeah,
who's talking. Yeah.
they are very similar. Well, girls, I'm glad you could join us.
Yes, thanks for having us.
The Julies and me. Julies and Mom.
The Julies and the Bridgets.
Here, I should put
Yeah, Bridget Jr.
God.
So you're wearing Grandpa's Pluto shirt, Maddie.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Pluto and Grandpa.
Yes.
Wait, what happened to Pluto?
Pluto was demoted in 2006, apparently.
Right, but you're acting like that just happened. Did Grandpa say something about it before he died?
No.
Oh.
Well, it also says evolve in peace on the shirt. Pluto evolve in peace. That's similar to rest.
What?
What?
I don't get
What?
it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all, actually.
That's all
Are you
right.
scrapbooking the Beatles right now? For real?
I am. Yes, I am. I'm
Oh my
making a
God.
scrapbook or a little golden book junk journal that was commissioned.
Okay, I
by-
was gonna say this better be a commission because that is so random.
Yes, it is. It's for Lena Ray, who's not here at the moment, but if she did happen, I wouldn't be that. Be glad.
Yeah, in like 30 years, I'm gonna probably commission someone to make me a One Direction junk journal.
Yes. I was telling Julie about my Duran Duran stuff that this
Nice.
sort of reminds me of, and that Maddie has taken a possession of.
The collection on display.
Were you a Duran Duran fan?
Yeah.
Leanne? Oh, me too. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
good. I'm glad. I
I love Duran Duran.
Where are you, Bridge? You're up in the desk room?
Yeah, I just had my desktop here. I was gonna move it, but it's convenient that I didn't yet because
Yeah, it works. 'Cause we can see Snowball behind you. Running around.
We're in the Patriots Hall of Fame.
yeah, the Patriots room.
Oh, yeah. All the Patriots memorabilia. And Drew. How's Drew, by the way?
How is he?
Yeah.
He's good. He's been interviewing for a job that he might get. We don't know yet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's he looking to get into?
Well, I mean, the goal itself is to just like be an actual writer,
Got it.
but he does his own writing, so he has stuff, but that's not like his job right now. He works at a production, like a place, you know, one of those. Like, I don't know how much information I should give.
Necessarily where? I don't
He's interviewing for a job internally, but he's trying to get a job where he's a director to, or an assistant to a director or producer. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know anything about this industry.
Yes, you do.
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. He tries to explain to me, and I don't understand.
That sounds like how I felt about what your dad did. A lot of times I had no idea.
I don't know.
Well, things are still going well at his company, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Also don't know.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys, I don't know.
that's okay. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good.
This is our craft.
Did Maddie give you the junk journal that you commissioned from me?
Yeah, I have it right here in my paws.
In your paws?
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
Thanks. I hope it works. You can feel free to add or subtract to
We'll
it.
see what she thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Those Admit One tickets are kind of annoying me, to be honest.
Which ones?
Just all of them. There's so many of them every time you send me stuff.
Oh, those. Oh, in the little envelope or the
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, Nettie's here. Hi, Nettie.
Yeah, Nettie.
How was the new thumbnail received? Were you
I think people like the new thumbnail. Thank you for making it, Maddie.
Well,
I like the kittens and the colors.
I can make it more clickbait next time.
No,
Extreme crafting.
Extreme crafting, yeah. Yeah, I have no clue when it comes to that kind of stuff. That's-
We got to go turn down the air. It's hot.
Ooh, you know where we should go, Leanne? What would be fun to that?
What?
That what is that? That place in Pasadena? Although that's kind of a trek. That
Oh.
that Crafty
Yeah,
store. That would be fun.
that reclaimed supply
Remainder.
Yeah, I can't remember.
remainder.
Yeah, remainder.
Thank you, Bridget. Yes, we should go.
It's not far from me. Might be a trick for you, Julie, but
Let's go right now.
yeah, yeah.
Have you been there recently, Bridget? Do you go often?
I try to go, yeah, often. I try to go when the hipster girls aren't there because
Oh, which
guess
is
I'll-
when? Because we don't want to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I would avoid the weekend probably.
Okay.
Yeah, anytime that isn't peak weekend time is fine, or like at open on the weekend. But if you go in the afternoon on the weekend, I feel like everyone's there with like their iced lattes and everything, you know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's annoying.
It's mostly just annoying to like get around those people if you want to look at a specific thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've only been once, and actually, I guess we did go on the weekend. Probably. I don't know. Actually, I can't remember. But it didn't seem too crowded.
Yeah.
But I was so overtaken by,
Yeah.
I was like deer in the headlights with all the stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I probably didn't notice.
Yeah, I'll write that down so I remember to do that, Julie. We should look at maybe
Okay.
doing that one day.
Yeah.
If you're willing to come up.
Oh yeah, I totally can come your direction. Here, let me write it down. Let me get
And we'll pick a time when traffic will be favorable for you. That'll be great. Bridget, were you wanting to know, or weren't we going to ask Julie one time about if she knew or had access to any addresses from where your dad used to live?
I was never gonna ask that. I don't think. I think I've
No?
just expressed my confusion for where those papers went because I saw it one time and then never again.
Oh, maybe it was just me. I was going to ask Julie.
Yeah, I would never bother Julie with something so silly.
Oh, I don't know if that would be a bother.
I'm back.
Julie knows a lot just off the top of her head. You're back?
I had to go turn my air down.
Oh, okay. Well, I think if you ever wanted to know anything like that, it would be something to ask Julie.
Which Julie?
You, Julie.
Ask me what? I missed the conversation.
Well, I don't know.
She tried to put words into my mouth. If you want to ask Julie a question, Mom, you can do that on your own terms. Like, you can do that right now.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Come on, girl, do it.
Dresses.
Oh my god! All the people watching this are like, "What the hell?" I'm just trying to chill. Everyone's freaking out right now.
The chat's gone crazy.
Guys, stop with the chat. I can't read that fast.
Oh yeah, Nettie wants to go to the. I'm totally changing the subject. Nettie wants to go to remainders
Please
too.
do. Oh,
Yes. Yes, Nettie. Well,
maybe you can come with us, Nettie.
yes, totally. We'll have a fun day together. When did you say you were coming again, Leanne?
July 1st through the 6th.
Okay. Yeah, so Leanne will be here in LA
Yeah.
the 1st through the 6th, Nettie. And Bridget was just saying it's maybe better to go during the week.
Mhm. Yeah, and there's other, of course, Pasadena has some antique malls and places that we could go to, other places. Of course, I'll be missing the flea, which I would love to be
Oh,
going
I
to.
wonder if the
again.
Long Beach flea is.
I think that one's the third. One of whatever Rose Bowl is the second or third, and the Long Beach is the second or third, but the alternative.
Oh, okay.
Words are hard right now.
I'm gonna look up the Torrance flea market. What is that?
Oh yeah, you did mention
That one is so
Torrance.
good.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's the 4th Sunday, so that won't work either.
Okay. Oh, Nettie could only go on the weekend, she said.
Yeah. Well, we could go on the weekend.
Yeah, we could.
We'll just get our cold
It's
coffee
also-
drinks and
It's also
we'll go ahead.
It's also the 4th of July weekend. So that's something.
Yeah, we'll make it
consider.
work. We'll make it work so we can all go.
Because the 4th is Friday and the 5th is Saturday.
Well, maybe there wouldn't be that many people there with it being the 4th of July weekend,
That's true.
right? Because maybe people be traveling or so we may have that on our side.
We'll just have to see if it's open.
Yeah. All right. I didn't mean to change the subject.
Oh no, that's okay.
You should ask Julie.
I don't know what to ask.
Should I ask her for you?
I'm dying of curiosity here.
I think I'm thinking of this. There was a time when Bridget asked, for an address of where Tom lived when he was growing up. And I said, I don't really know. It's probably in that box of papers on his, report card.
I don't have
like
any
that.
of the addresses. I mean, I could find
You
out
wouldn't.
from Anne if she would even remember. She can't see now. She's blind with macular degeneration.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she tries to send out email, and for the first time ever, she's got spelling errors and stuff, which,
Right.
she doesn't do. Let me go dump this water.
Well, I don't even know if
I'd
she
be able
got
to find something on Ancestry because sometimes they will have old addresses, so I can look, so I can check that out.
Yeah. I tried to email her. It's been a couple of years now and didn't hear back, but I knew that she was going through that. So I wasn't too surprised to not hear back.
Let's see what we've got.
Unless she's not talking to me, which could be the case.
Who's not talking to you?
And
Anne?
yeah,
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I mean, I was never that great at keeping in touch. So
Yeah, you try talking to her?
I tried emailing her once, a couple.
Can she see it? No offense, but
She has to enlarge the font a
Mhm.
lot.
Yeah.
So, but I know Bill and Fern call her a couple of times a week, and so
That's
at
good.
least she can do that.
Be more successful if I just picked up the phone and called her. But I've always been a chicken when it
So,
comes to
well,
calling
she, I'm
people.
sure would welcome it because she is bored to tears. She really can't do much at the house
Aw.
anymore.
Yeah.
Um, she and I email maybe once a week or so, and so her last email was, "Don't put pizza upside down in the oven." So apparently she
Oh,
what she was doing,
oh
and
no.
can you imagine?
Yeah.
So anyway, she said she got it cleaned up, but still,
She has people that come in
90,
and help her, right?
she's not. She does not. I mean, she
Oh,
has
what?
very few people.
Oh, wow.
She's got someone who does her checking, booking, paying bills for her.
Uh-huh.
She's got a guy who is a computer geek who will also take her to the market and stuff once a week.
Oh, that I remembered. Yeah.
And but she's gone through a whole bunch of people that were just flakes, and she'd have a doctor's appointment and they wouldn't show. And then she needs all kinds of stuff done to her yard and her house, like an appliance or something like that, and she calls people to come and they don't come, and so it's just been a nightmare. But she won't go to a retirement community. She thinks they're all going to be a bunch of people sitting in their own peace, spitting on trays, and she can afford a luxury retirement community. But anyway, nobody's been able to convince her to do that. And so there she is. And she is about 2.5 hours away, so it's not easy to go down there. And right now I'm just busy taking care of Mom.
Yeah.
So, and Bill was going to come out, but then Fern broke her ankle. So he was having to take care of her because she's not supposed to put any weight on it. And so, and he was going to retire. I don't know if he has yet or not, but I hear little bits of information. Anyway, so let me get on to Ancestry here and see what I can find. Because you want to know to see where the houses were where they used to live?
It was just brought up in conversation at some point. But
sure.
There's no hurry about any of it.
Where did he grow up? Here in LA?
Yeah.
Tarzana?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I heard Brentwood at some point they had a house.
Oh, really?
That's what he told me.
Fancy.
That might have been when he was real little. I don't know.
I just remember the dad was so weird. He creeped me out.
Yeah, he stopped talking to him. So I never met him. Never knew him.
Okay.
Sounds like he wasn't very nice to Anne either.
Oh no. Well, totally physically abusive to him, to her and the boys.
Yeah.
And I guess she was abusive too, from what I understood. I'm looking under Anne, and it says, residents in Los Angeles and Claremont. I know she went to college out there. She and Dad both went to Pomona.
Oh, okay.
But if I look at William Brown,
Probably just about any information that you would ever just casually share with me would be news to me.
okay.
Say that.
Well, I'm just, sometimes on Ancestry. Well,
And I haven't necessarily been seeking it out, but sometimes for the girls, I wonder if they would want to know. But if they don't, then I'm not
sure.
really sure.
Well, I mean, to me, it's kind of fun to drive by and see where people used to live. Now, that house that Munga and Grandpa were in Bel Air, burned in the Bel Air fire in the early 60s. So the place was rebuilt, and it wasn't rebuilt the same. But the house that they had in Glendale off of Verdugo Boulevard was new housing development back then, and it was Spanish style homes. So they bought Spanish style furniture, custom made by Marshall Laird out of Pasadena. And so we have that furniture.
Oh, wow.
And so it's very valuable now. And that was a really cute house. And I guess it was a very traditional 2-story house in Bel Air. Stone Canyon was the name of the street. But so Stone Canyon is off of Sunset Boulevard. And so if you are on the westward side of Sunset going toward Bel Air, right off the freeway, maybe not even half a mile, quarter of a mile, is Thurston Circle and Thurston. It is. And that was named after either my grandfather or his mother, who knew people. And so at least that's the story I was told. I'll stick with it.
That's neat.
Yeah. So, well, when Grandpa was first, so he was born in 1901. And get this, you guys will love this dirt. So his parents were married rather quickly, right before New Year's, in the grandparents' home. So it would have been his great-grandparents' home. And I gather it was kind of a shotgun wedding. And then the day after the wedding, they beamed out to Washington, D.C., where his father took a job with some railroad company. And so he was born less than, about 9 months later. He was a smart baby. He came early. And but by the time he was 8, his parents had divorced. And but so he grew up in Los Angeles from the time he was about 1 or 1.5. And so he remembers the streets being dirt. The light bulbs were delivered by a guy on a bicycle with a big netting, kind of a bag full of light bulbs. And that's how you got your light bulbs.
Wow.
When they were they were converting gas to electricity. But, there were a lot of places that just weren't built. It was just LA had been fields and
Mhm.
orange groves and stuff. And so most of the valley was all for sheep herding and stuff. It's bizarre.
That is.
And so I used to love to hear those stories. He'd say, by the teens, the 19 teens, Newport Beach was so crowded, you just didn't know anybody anymore. And I was just laughing because it's like, oh my gosh, if you could see it today. And that was
Yeah.
back in the 70s. So anyway,
Oh wow.
but so I'm doing a search here to see if I can find out more addresses or anything, because sometimes you'll get a list of former addresses or something.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm just looking. Lots of records.
Kathy Weisman was saying to look at the 1950 census.
Well, but they weren't married. They didn't get married until after that.
Oh,
So-
okay. So
So
that
the
won't
50
work.
census wouldn't work. Otherwise, yeah, I would have done that.
Mm.
And the 60 census won't come out for 7 years, something like that. Well, let me go back to Anne and see if I can find out anything else. But I will email Anne and ask if she has any of those records.
Okay.
And Mom might even have an old phone book. I mean, she holds on to stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if she can find it, that's another thing.
I found my grandma's old address book. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Looks very 60s. The outside is like a fabric that's very bright and pops of color. I don't know. I
So
like
just even old photo
Right.
albums and stuff from that era, you
Mhm.
get the Ricky Ticky sticker, flowers and those
Mhm.
bright
Yeah.
colors and
Yes.
stuff that would be apropos for a Beatles.
That's true. We'll grab some of
Okay.
this funky fabric.
Another cool house is the Pepperdine's house.
Where's that?
So it's in Highland Park, I believe.
Okay.
And it was a 2-story house. And because you guys know that George Pepperdine was Munka's father, who started Pepperdine University.
Yes.
And so they had, I remember going to see Papa Pepperdine on his deathbed, and I was only 2.5 or so. But they had this big wide staircase, and all of their light switches were push button.
Oh, I
And
love those. Yeah.
want to do is just
Wow.
push the buttons.
Yeah.
And but it was a very kind of a deco style house.
Mhm.
And um, okay. Now I'm
Wow,
looking
that must have been
at
cool.
Mhm.
so somewhere I have a picture of it. I don't know if I have it in the record for Pepperdine, but so George Pepperdine was married to Lena. What was Lena's last name? Lena Baker. And so they were all involved with Western Auto Stores because that's what he founded to make his money.
Oh,
And so we have a lot of Western Auto memorabilia, and a lot of it I just get on eBay and stuff just for kicks.
cool.
But so Lena was very instrumental in the growth of the business. It was a nationwide company, even to some countries outside of the U.S. And it started out as auto parts, but became, more a hardware store kind of a thing.
Mm.
And so a lot of her brothers became managers. And so she would go around to different store locations across the country and make sure they were running smoothly. And then she was also involved in promoting Los Angeles, and she was in the Tournament of Roses Association and lots
Oh,
of
yeah.
different companies. And then they were big on promoting Hawaii because that was in the 30s. It was before Hawaii even became a
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
And so they would take steamer ships over there. And so we have a lot of information about
Oh.
that. So, but his second wife, after Lena died, supposedly his illnesses had made him unable to produce more children. So
Mhm.
she supposedly had her 3 children through um, um, artificial insemination,
Mhm.
and supposedly, the sperm was from, medical student donors or
Oh,
something
wow.
assured of being brilliant, or I don't know. But
Wow.
the kids all deny it. They think that they are blood. Well, the
Oh.
daughter died, and only one of the sons is left, and so his son, um, Wendell. So it's Wendell Pepperdine and his son Wendell. So Wendell has done a huge amount of investigation on
Oh,
the
my.
Pepperdines and all the different records and who was married to who and where they lived. And
Oh, okay.
he digs up. I guess he's professionally a researcher, so that makes sense.
Mhm.
But he vehemently denies he won't do a DNA test because I have the Pepperdine nose. I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow.
We probably wouldn't. Well, I mean, they were legal children, right? But maybe you wouldn't want to under those
so
circumstances, right?
So,
Mhm.
I mean, they were still, legally,
Yes.
um, they were Pepperdines. They were just
Yeah.
not blood Pepperdines. So, but I,
Mhm.
I haven't had anybody um, from any of the children and the grandchildren. None of them have shown up as a DNA match. So, just
Mm,
curious.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, well, I'm not coming up with anything, so I
No.
will write Anne and see what she says.
Okay. See if it comes up. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Oh, and and then even Jill might know. So multiple sources.
Oh, yeah.
And Jill's a lot of fun. I hope you guys can get to know her because she's in Camarillo.
Oh, okay. I love Camarillo. We went through there, Bridget and I, when we, I think I'm remembering that correctly. It's up by Ventura, right?
Yeah. And then her son John. So he was born first. So John is a dentist, and he and his wife have a son and daughter. And gosh, Megan is now 16, I think, or almost 16. And then Warren is a couple years younger.
Oh, wow.
And but Peter died during COVID. He died in 2020, fall of 2020, and just went in for a checkup, and then they did a colonoscopy or something, and something wasn't right, and so he had to go in for surgery, and then it turned out he had just major cancer.
Yeah.
And so he was in the hospital for a month and then just died in the hospital just because he was so advanced with cancer. But they knew somebody, because this was when you couldn't go visit family in the hospital during COVID.
Yeah.
And for some reason they knew, people who worked there or something. And so she was able to go every day and be with him, even though he kind of was too out of it to really know she was there. But anyway, crazy times.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, get stuff stuck to my ball that I didn't want.
Apple. Apple's here.
Hi, Apple.
Hello. Kathy says I have a whole bunch of relatives that won't do the DNA test.
Oh, my brother David won't either, and I have no idea why. But Tom did. His daughter Belinda did, and so because Tom's ex-wife is Black, and so they didn't know, because there were so many different family members over the years. Everybody had half brothers and sisters, and so different moms, different dads, and trying to do their ancestry tree was crazy. But so they had always heard, we might be Asian, we might be this, we might be that, we might be Native American. So when Belinda did her DNA, it turned out that they didn't have any Asian, no Native American, but all these different West African countries. I mean, there's like 6 or 8 different West African countries.
That's cool.
But Belinda, her DNA, because your DNA can really vary from sibling to sibling, she's 65% white and 35% Black. And so it was, but even between David and me and Mom and me and Dad and me, the differences in percentages of Scottish, Irish, English, Western European, whatever it is, German, was surprisingly very, very different. So then even my daughters
Fascinating.
were, same mom and dad, but they have very different DNA percentages from, countries of origin. So
oh, wow.
It's a lot of fun. So it's kind of my thing. Okay, so now where am I going? Ancestry.
We bought one of those. I don't know if it was 23andMe. I don't know. I got Jim one for Christmas, I think. And he still hasn't done it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
well, 23andMe doesn't exist anymore.
They went out, yeah.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully that's not the one I got, now that I say that. Oh, no.
Yeah, check it out, because
I just threw out the one I bought from my mom that she never did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me look. Oh, my gosh, I didn't know that. It is. I was looking at my emails. Oh, no.
Yeah.
What? Well, that's terrible.
How are you, Terry? I see you're in the chat.
When did it go out of business?
Just earlier this year, I believe.
Oh, you know what? I bought it. Wait, with 20? Yeah. Oh, you know what? It had to have been a birthday because I'm looking, it was September of 24.
Mm.
I bought it. Oh, man. That was a waste of money.
It happens.
Well, I'll tell him to toss it instead of
Learn it.
taking up
Well,
space.
it'd be interesting to see if Ancestry or somebody bought them out and it could still be used. So you might be worth
Oh,
it.
okay. I'll do some research then. I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, John says now 23andMe is trying to sell off everyone's data.
Oh,
Oh.
it's a big deal.
Mhm.
Interesting. Hi, Terry.
I never have done it myself, Apple.
Me either. Yeah, we just have some kind of family questions, so I thought it would be fun for
Yeah.
Jim to do it and the kids to know.
Mm-hmm.
So what is good to do, like, of the ones? I
The
guess.
Ancestry is the largest.
Okay, ancestry.com. Okay.
They've they've bought out so many other
Write
databases.
that down.
Nettie said she did the Ancestry one.
Oh, okay.
So just for example, so Belinda has origins from Nigeria. Is it Benin and Togo, Cameroon, Mali,
Mm-hmm.
actually Spain, which is surprising, the Ivory Coast and Ghana, and the Western Bantu peoples,
Uh-huh.
just as far as that African side.
Yeah.
I know the kids were both, or our two kids were like, "Oh, we're gonna do it," and then I'm like, "No, your daddy should do it. Your dad should do it." But I guess hearing that you can have such variation.
Absolutely. And then you want to
Sibling
see what you
sibling.
get from and Ancestry divides, they'll let you know, okay, this percentage of your DNA is from your father's side and this percent is from your mother's side. But then each child will have different percentages of what they get.
Wow.
So, like, I have more Irish than my brother, and he's got more Scottish than I do. And then he might even have Swedish when I don't, or Welsh when I don't, or just the percentages are very, very strange.
That's
Then
so
there's
crazy.
another, there's a website called GED Match, and what it allows you to do is put in your GED file information and compare your DNA with other people who've had DNA from other sources like 23andMe or, whatever other companies are out there. I can't even remember right now. And so that way, because you can't rely on everybody in the world using Ancestry only. And
Right.
so you can try and trace, other lines by people who've done their DNA through other sources. But
So is it once you get your ancestry.com back, then you can upload it to this GED match thing?
yes, so
Okay.
you do that, and there's by surfing around on the website and looking at under each tab, what other links to other things there are. There's a way to download your tree to a file, or also your whole your DNA file, which is a GED file, I believe. So, and then if you want to share that information with family members, like kids or something, then you could start a tree, and you could share your tree with them, so they would have a place to start. Now, if you one thing that Ancestry lets you do is, besides just building up your tree and people's birth dates and death dates and things, you can upload all kinds of documents and photos for
Okay.
each person. But if you download the tree for someone else to upload, they don't get all those attachments. So it's only the data only, which is a little,
Oh,
because I've uploaded every single family album photo um, with all these ancient apple doll looking people. It's like, oh, good, they don't have teeth. Oh, I get, you know. Anyway. But
Oh,
considering when the camera was invented, this was the one and only photo they ever had. It
yeah.
wasn't.
Most people didn't. Yeah. If you had a photo taken, likely it was just once, right?
Yeah, or you
More
would
if
have a
you were
portrait
lucky.
done,
Yeah.
or a sketch done, or
Mhm.
a silhouette.
Right.
Oh, that's cool. Nettie says she has DNA from 6 different regions, and she said that she gets emails sometimes saying we found a new DNA match. And she says usually it's a third or fourth cousin. That's
Yeah,
fun.
and people all over the world. I mean, I found, fairly close. They give you a rating um, of your DNA, and then the closer the person is to you, the higher your DNA count. What do they call it? I have to go back here. Um, it's either centimorgans or something or other.
That's
Um,
cool.
and anyway, so I was really trying to find my maternal Irish family, and I hit a wall, as they say. Just can't find out where these people are from. But they came over or left Ireland during the famine, and these were poor people who may or may not be able to read and write.
Exactly.
And so, no documentation. And so, and then did they come via Canada? Did they come into New York or Philadelphia? Did they go to Australia first and then come? It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, okay, so let's see, where are we? Okay, so yeah, so you have X amount of, you got over 3,000, like let's say 3,400 centimorgans from your parents, and then you have X amount of segments. So each segment could be a different branch of a family. So, you would have Browns and Thurstons and Pepperdines and, Kendalls and all these different things from the Thurston side of the family.
Mhm.
And so everybody gets a little bit different. But I mentioned cousin Meredith. And so her daughters did their DNA, and her daughter Kim looks so much like Anne. And I don't think Kim would appreciate that, but now that Kim has dementia, she won't even care. So sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, dementia's a very,
Well, she's 67. It's so early.
yeah,
Yeah.
very early.
And my dad had dementia. We don't know if he had Alzheimer's or not because he never got completely tested before he died. But his mother also had dementia and Alzheimer's.
Mm.
So it's just kind of a crapshoot, who in the family is going to get it. Anne is fine, and Jill seems fine. So, okay.
My mother-in-law had vascular dementia, which I don't know.
Oh.
So was that her veins in her brain were shutting down?
I guess that's what when they diagnosed her. So she didn't have it was just called vascular dementia. So I think it does have something to do with the heart and a whole vascular system. It could be, I don't know, I didn't read up on it much, but I think, aren't they sometimes saying that like there can be a connection if you have like chronic high blood pressure, and
That could be.
it's probably a combination of things, but definitely she would like one of the as it, and hers progressed actually fairly quickly within a couple years. Then she was so she definitely had that disconnect with her brain. So it was like difficult for her to walk. But if we counted, then she could lift her feet and walk. So there were like these little triggers that we could do to kind of help that connection. It's very fascinating.
Yeah, it's odd. Just playing music can wake up certain areas of the brain.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I need to listen to more music because my brain needs waking up.
Mine too.
Well, you got to be listening to Beatles music if you're working on your Beatles thing. Get inspired by the music. Or you could drop acid like they did.
Yeah, there's that. Could try that. Mushrooms are popular now, so. Yeah. What are you doing there, Maddie? It's you instead of Bridget, even though it says Bridget.
I am Bridget.
You're twins. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Looking at a regrade request where a student was like, I know I got it wrong, but here's 2 paragraphs why my answer was partially right. Give me more points. I'm like, okay, I already gave you half the points, but maybe I should take more off.
Oh no. It's going to be like that, huh?
No. It's like, maybe if you put this long explanation in your test in the first place, like, maybe you would have got more points, but honestly, probably not because your answer was wrong. So, I don't know.
How much discretion do you have on that kind of stuff?
All of it, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, the professor didn't even send us an answer key for the final. We just...
Oh my God.
Wow, you're swinging it, huh?
Yeah, I'm just guessing what the right answer is and writing off that. No, just kidding.
Good thing you know what you're doing.
Maybe.
Maybe you do.
Yeah, it's just like hard. I don't know how to respond to like a multiple paragraph regrade request when their answer's just wrong.
You don't get paid enough for that.
Yeah. Back in your day, you didn't take the final and then write a letter to the professor to ask for more points back, even though you already got points.
No, I got what I got when I was in school. Wow.
Even when I was an undergrad, we didn't even get to see what we got marked down on the final because it wasn't even on the computer.
Oh, yeah.
We'd just be like, well, that was the grade we got, I guess. Never know.
I know. I suppose you could not respond. Is that an option?
Yeah, I could just tell the professor. I could just be like, they already got partial credit, so I don't want to respond. It's good that the students can like see what they were marked down on so they can make sure there wasn't like a big mistake made, but that's not what happened. like a mistake made by the grader. But
Mhm.
that isn't what happened here.
I see.
So that's what I'm doing here in Studio City.
Studio City.
Yeah. Too bad, so sad. Yeah, I'll put that.
Did somebody say that? Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's your man, your partner,
My
partner.
man. Yeah. What did Mrs. Guerrero always say? Not too bad, so sad.
She said, "I love hot chocolate." I don't know. That's all she said.
Yes.
I love hot chocolate, and I have a husband.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
Oh yeah, that's the.
That's the other one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you could say, or the person, the student. Get what you get. But nice try.
Nice try. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you don't have to do too much work while you're away this week. Do you?
No, I don't really, but in like 30 minutes, I'm gonna talk to a ticket person from the storm, I guess, about taking my class to.
Oh, that's good. You guys, Maddie's teaching a summer class at University of Washington.
Oh,
And
nice.
She's gonna be trying to take her class to a WNBA Storm basketball game.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah. What's the
Wow.
class?
Is
the
this
name
your
of the
first
class?
class that you've taught?
No, but it's the first one that I just made up in my head and then said I was gonna teach it.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thanks. I think as of right now, my mom's gonna pay for these students to go.
Unless you can get them free, right?
Surprise.
Yeah, but I don't know who everyone thinks is gonna do that.
Did I say that?
But I don't know. I'm gonna, when I talk to them, I'm gonna be like, can I have an extension? Because the class hasn't even started yet, so I don't even know how many students are gonna be in it.
Okay.
Do you think they would have some sort of program where I don't know, or
That's what
I
I
guess
hope.
that would be too expensive, right?
Well, they offered you a group rate of $20 per person, right?
Yeah.
Which isn't bad, but
Can't you just put that in the syllabus that there'll be please know there's a $20.
it's too late, right? That's already happened.
I don't even know if I would have that authority anyways. But yeah, I probably would have had to plan that like 6 months ago, like before the time schedule was released, so that it would be in there when they register. But I also don't want to like force people to pay anyways. It's just like $20.
Mm-hmm. You want them to go. You don't want it to be.
How many
Lots of
students
them.
do you currently have? How many are signed up for the class?
There's like 18 signed up, but sometimes it goes up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it starts next Monday, and then it could still go up or down. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna see if the storm person needs a firm number today or what.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be like, girl.
That's understandable, but you don't know.
Yeah, it's not like I'm the Boys and Girls Club and I know how many kids are in my club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is like kids. Like Boys and Girls Club.
It really is kids in the club. Is that what you said?
Club. Mm-hmm. funny. You're a kid yourself. Teaching these kids.
What?
Well, I think of
We-
math and teaching and stuff. I think of that show Numbers that took place at Caltech, although they called it something else.
Numbers. That sounds familiar.
It had Rob
Yeah.
Morrow in it, and can't think of who else. But anyway, they were math. The one brother was a math genius, and Rob Morrow plays a guy working for the FBI. And so through math and statistics, they're able to pinpoint where certain people are, or anyway, it was an interesting take because it's not what I think of math. I just think of all the stuff that I can't do, like algebra. And although
Yeah.
I'm good with physics and geometry because they're spatial, but
Mhm.
that abstract stuff, sorry, don't get it.
Yeah, I like geometry. That was about it.
Exactly what Grandpa said at Olive Garden. That was really sexist.
What?
That he was like, girls, they can't do analysis, but they can do geometry.
Wow.
He said that,
Mhm. Mhm.
and now we're proving him right.
Yeah. Numbers was a American crime drama television series that originally aired on CBS 2005, 2010. Interesting. Check that
It was a pretty good series.
out. Where was I?
But looking at math as a language, I never just got that concept before, and so it made me appreciate what they do, but had no desire to try and say, I should go back and really figure this out. Because my brain just hurts, and I just can't. I just shut down.
Yeah. Me too. Angela says she used to watch that. Numbers.
Hey, Angela.
It's Angela, everybody.
My brain just doesn't function numbers wise. My husband's great at it. He's like could just calculate. It's like a calculator in his head.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I passed my math difficulty genes onto the kids.
Mm-hmm.
They struggled.
No.
Has anybody done their zine? Angela and Eddie? You folded it? Well, that's good. That's good progress. It's so funny. I've seen so many people make them over the years, and I've never done it. I didn't even have to like look up the fold. Like I just, it was in my head.
Oh, the folding of you take one piece of paper and fold
Yes.
it into. Okay, yeah, I did do one of
Because
those.
I've watched like so many.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's so strange. Just that I watch people over and over again doing it, but I haven't done one myself.
I did
Yeah,
that.
where you do like the hot dog.
And then I didn't do anything
Hamburger.
with it after I.
Oh, after you folded it?
Yeah.
Well, it took me a while to figure out what I was going to do. I don't know if I'm doing it properly, but I had to pull out a book that inspired me. I was having a hard time getting started.
Mhm.
Did you watch a few videos? Yeah. I didn't finish watching the Ingrid one. I should go back and watch hers.
Maddie, I'm excited to go see Felix pretty soon. When I'm done with this, I'm going to go visit him.
He's probably cooking.
He's cooking in the window. Is that what
I
you
don't
mean? Well, the sun doesn't directly get on him, right?
He doesn't have access to the room.
Right.
Well, he can find some sun in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure he's just sleeping away.
Yeah. I unplugged the air conditioner because he likes to walk on it. So I feel like he was going to turn it on.
Okay, that was smart.
Yeah.
Well, I got the little exerciser, the little treat ball. I'm going to take that and see how he likes it. And I'll take him some treats. And what else? I'll play with him a little bit. Hang out. We'll see. John might go with me if he's at a good stopping point with work.
Nice.
He likes John. Felix likes John.
Yes.
Well, I'm so excited that you made it to your sisters. You're going to have so much fun at Universal tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't see Angela, but that's a great idea. I'll look right now. That's a great idea. That'll be quicker.
I need to catch up on your Instagram chat.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much that I'm missing
Oh my gosh, I'm way behind.
because you're out of town.
Tons of stuff I didn't. Oh my gosh, I didn't go into it at all this weekend. I think.
Well, I guess since I already made the scene before, I could use this as my zine.
Yeah, use that as your zine. Then you just have to decorate it.
Decorate it. Mm-hmm.
And then I guess that's part of a zine, but then I made some and then I glued it. So I made
Make some
like
little pockets.
yeah, so like this one I made a top pocket. I think I made some. What did I do here?
Yeah, I need to glue it.
Oh, I guess those are both top. Well, did I make them all top? I don't know what I did. I thought I made one and that was a side one. I don't know what I did now. Maybe they're all tops. Top. Oh, they're all tops.
They have a little fold down pocket.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute. That's super cute. I didn't even think to do that. Yeah, and then you could just decorate it.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's fancy. Well, I didn't know what to do, and then after I pulled this book out, and started taking it apart. I love this book. I think I got this in
Ooh.
Canada. I think when we were visiting Joni.
Ooh.
Cool.
That's a neat book.
Yeah, it has really cool kind of science illustrations in it.
Mm-hmm.
They're really.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I probably should have looked it up before I took it apart, but oh well.
Oh no, I'm sure.
Oh well, how much could it
There's
be?
probably a million of them out there.
Yeah, exactly. Even the cover's really cool with this big-eyed moth or whatever it is, Mothra. Oh, that's funny. Kathy Picasso Cat said she had just. Oh, and I think I saw that. I didn't watch it yet. That she had just made a video, doing a zine,
on
like
Zine?
just coincidentally.
Oh wow.
I like when that happens.
Yeah. So
Oh,
Angela was
Terry opened her stuff from me. See? Oh my gosh, there's so much in here. Okay, I'll catch up later. Her happy pack.
I have a confession. I have not even opened my I got my pack from Annette from last month and I haven't even opened it yet.
I haven't opened Terry was my swap partner, and I haven't opened it because I asked her permission if I could do a
Mhm.
video, like a little friend mail unboxing. So
I'm not the only one then.
I'll either do it today or tomorrow.
Well, I have a box for you, Leanne, of stuff, and I have yet, obviously, to send it. But
Oh, how thoughtful.
it's growing.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Mhm. It's just a bunch of random stuff.
Mm-hmm. I love random stuff.
Random's good.
Mm-hmm. Finding uses for random stuff.
Angela says, "Open them already."
I know. I've just been.
Well, I'm going to sign off, but Maddie, it was good to see you. Here, I'll say goodbye in person.
Good to see you. Bridget said, what about her?
And yes, Bridget too, and the kitty cats. Fang is hiding on the bed. Otherwise, maybe I'll go get Fang.
Oh yeah, show us Fang. Where's Bridget? Is she on the floor?
Yeah, she's on the floor. Like
Hi,
peaceful.
Bridge.
I'm just on the floor. Wait, are you leaving? No, Julie with no E is leaving.
Yes, Angela. I would love to do the ACT swap for June. Thank you for asking.
And then, are we making the ATCs with our swap pack, or the journals with our swap pack?
Oh,
Not journals, but I had suggested we could do like little mini notebooks.
Okay, Fang.
oh, there's
Say hi.
Fang.
Oh,
Fang's so cute. Look at the whiskers.
oh my gosh.
Oh,
He's got the white chin, and the white goes all the way down his belly.
look at that. I love that.
So, okay, he's
the little
done.
mittens. Okay, okay. Good job, Fang.
Okay. All right. Well,
thanks,
see you next
Julie.
week, baby.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Julie.
Sure. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Cute. Maddie, was that the first time you were seeing Julie? Your
The
dad's,
first time I'm seeing what?
your dad's cousin Julie.
I mean, I've seen her.
First time seeing what?
You too.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever spoken to her, but I feel like sorry. I'm done being on the ground, I think.
Sorry. When I get home.
I don't think I've talked to her, but it feels
love
like
seeing-
I have.
I love seeing you guys together.
Oh my god, she's gonna cry.
It's just you're never
That's
together
fine.
anymore, so. And I'm not going to cry. But if I did, it would be okay.
Yeah.
Moms are allowed to cry.
That's
especially when it's about our babies.
Yeah.
Right? We have permission always. That's what I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we're babies.
Wait, is the game tomorrow that you guys are going to? No,
Yeah.
it's tomorrow. So you're not going to Universal tomorrow, are you?
No, we're going on Thursday.
Ooh, look who is joining us. You're going on Thursday. Okay. There's Heather Elizabeth. But I can't hear you.
You're muted. You're
Are you
muted.
muted?
As quiet as she's ever been.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Heather.
That's funny.
Oh shit, she says. No, can't hear you.
No.
I don't know why. She might know why. Maybe she has an external microphone that's either hooked up or not hooked up.
Okay.
There, we can hear you now.
It's because I did that pop-up sale last night.
Hello,
Um,
my friend.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I wanted to say hi to Julie.
Oh,
I'm not showing my face because I was gardening and I look, pretty disgusting.
I've
you
been
want to say hi to my daughters too, since they're here?
I've been hermited down in the basement all day packing from my pop-up.
Uh-huh.
And then I come up for some lunch or dinner and I start eating and then I saw you're live and then I saw your babies.
My baby.
Your two twinsies.
Yes.
Hello,
There's baby
lovely,
Maddie.
lovely young beauties.
Baby Madeline, Elizabeth, and Bridget Catherine.
Well,
Dots.
you gave all your good genes. The gorgeous.
Aw, thank you, sweetheart. Meet
Yeah,
Heather.
I think
Meet
I
Heather,
feel like
girls.
my dad, but
Yeah,
Aw.
if we're talking about what you guys were talking about earlier, the percentage of genes from each parent, I feel like I'm 99 Leanne, and Bridget's 1%.
I'm 1%. Wow.
No, I don't think so. 50-50, right?
Well, every time mom and I go somewhere, they're like, "Are you guys besties? Like, you guys just like childhood best friends? You know, it's not like
Childhood.
It's not like anyone thinks we're related."
I think the girls look they're identical twins. Yeah, you guys look identical to me.
Yeah, we're twins.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what we
okay.
tell people at Costco.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty good at facial recognition, so I don't notice. I can get past hair and whatever, but you know what I've noticed? You know what I've noticed about men?
What?
Men cannot pick up facial details in any way. Like I could show him a picture of someone and he will have no idea who it is because he doesn't actually look at their features. He just recognizes like general hair color, hairstyle.
It's the list of things they can't recognize. Like, there's, yeah.
Yes.
Drew never knows if there's like anything on my face, like in my teeth. Like, I could look like super ugly, and it doesn't matter.
He would never tell you.
That's
I guess it's a good thing in some ways, but it's
He's
like,
just smart.
Are your standards like in hell, and I just happen to meet them? Like, I don't know. I don't know, guys.
That's pretty funny. I didn't think about that.
But now you will.
Yep.
Oh my God.
What do you
Well,
want?
here's what I wonder. I wonder if I shaved my head,
Mm-hmm.
would he think I was as attractive? And in my opinion, I would say no, because they look at very superficial.
Why are you laughing like that?
Well, I don't know. I think it's a funny conversation.
Yeah, try it. You never know.
That's right. I wouldn't.
Oh, here's a good question. So when you get
What
your
would you
haircut,
do to shave your head? Because I would never. I don't care what you offer me. I would never shave my head.
I
What would
wouldn't.
you girls? What would you young girls do to shave your head?
What would we do to do it?
Like,
Like
for
$20?
it, yeah. Someone
Oh,
said,
oh,
I will
oh,
give you
oh.
this if you shave your head.
Hmm.
Not much.
No?
$1 million?
For
I would
me,
do it for $1 million.
I
Oh,
would
yeah.
look like a giant baby. I would look like Caillou or something.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Talking about
would.
Caillou,
Charlie
though.
Brown.
God.
Caillou.
Charlie Brown.
Take a list.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen for me. I would literally look crazy.
I am same because I have big features. I have a big face.
Big,
Yeah,
beautiful
but
features.
there's hats that you could put a hat on for $1 million. You wouldn't
Yeah.
do it? I would.
I would.
I would totally. I'd be rocking the hat,
Okay.
head scarves, whatever.
That's a good angle. That's a good angle, Julie. I like the way you're thinking. That's an avenue I wasn't
Right?
approaching from.
And wigs. Oh my gosh, they have amazing wigs these days. They're fabulous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No? Heather's saying no.
They're really, really hot. So unless you live in Alaska,
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
there's no way you could keep that on for an entire day.
Oh,
Especially not at my age.
I'd just do that then.
Yeah.
I would just be bald at home. My family would just have to, whatever. They wouldn't care anyway.
Bald at
They'd
home.
be like, whatever. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I just wear a
That
hat
sounds like a music group, Bald at Home.
Yeah. Yeah. Bridget and Bridget Jr.
Yeah. Also, not to be unhinged, I feel like at a certain age, if you shave your head, people are going to assume you have breast cancer or something.
Yes, most
So
definitely.
then you have to deal with that misconception on the daily.
True. Kathy said she did that 25 years ago. She must have shaved her head 25 years ago. That's
Whoa.
wow.
For free?
I had super short hair, like end of high school, into my early 20s. I had like very short hair. So
Did you, Julie?
over
Did
the ear?
you
I
have
had
like
the whole-
Julie? Did you have
the
the
flock of seagull? Yeah, I had.
Yeah,
like,
flock of seagulls. Yep, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I had the total. Yeah, flock of seagull, big on the top and shaved on the side and the back. Yeah,
I was a total square. I never
I rocked it. Yeah.
did any of the new wave hairstyles.
Yeah. In fact, when I met Jim, I had short hair. So, yeah. I mean, not that short, but it was a shorter haircut. So,
I want to see pictures of Julie with a new wave haircut.
Yeah.
lots of hairspray. Yeah.
What was your can of choice, Julie?
Aquanet.
Whatever was cheap.
Yeah.
Whatever my mom would buy. Whatever. And a hair dryer. You had to do the whole like mousse.
Yes, mousse.
You had
I
to
still
train
prefer
it to be
mousse
up. You had to train it up a certain way.
to anything else.
Nettie says she had a pixie cut.
Wow.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
Terry had short hair her junior year of high school.
That's
Well, you got made fun of. That's not nice.
Maddie had short hair in middle school. She got yelled at for being in the girls' bathroom. It was traumatizing.
Oh
for me,
no.
but maybe for her too. Yeah.
Bridget, are you considered a young millennial or an old Gen Z?
Oh, good question.
Definitely old Gen Z, even Maddie. Even though Maddie and I are not twins, I don't know if you ever got closure on that, but we're not twins.
You guys look identical.
She's 2 years older than me.
Yeah,
You look so much alike.
they do look alike.
Thanks.
And their
I'm glad you're not
voices.
saying that I look like I'm
Their
the old
voices
one.
are the same, I've discovered.
You're too young. You girls still have your baby fat in your forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it is kind of going away though. Like the lines are showing up.
Starting. Oh no.
Don't worry, I'm not going to be crazy and get a bunch of crap in my face. I don't think I will do that.
We are in LA.
I
So.
think I'll like I think I'll like the look of wrinkles, to be honest. It might sound annoying, but as long as I can stay sort of plump, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
But I guess that's when filler comes in. There's like
Filler.
some fillers that are like better than others. Maybe one day.
I've never done fillers. I worked at a dermatologist office when, I don't remember, probably 15, 20 years ago now. But one time I let him put Botox. I did it once.
Mhm.
And because, of course, I had such big, apparently, big, deep crevices in my forehead, he put so much in there The next morning, my eye was
Oh no.
Oh no.
like, I'm never letting anybody put a needle in my face ever again. I'm like, I'm just not meant to be screwed
It
with.
scares me.
Yeah, you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
Even just from like getting like numbing stuff or like filling cavities, like there's parts of my face that are permanently like the nerve damage that I can't feel when I like poke around here.
Mhm.
Oh my.
It's just like tiny little like just like single spots. It's not like anything crazy, but it just shows like that could just happen.
That's super common. I mean, Bell's palsy from dental work is very, very common, but a lot of times with a little bit of, I think, physical therapy or just time, you regain that muscle connections, the nerves or whatever. But my college roommate, the one who lives in Culver City,
Mhm.
she got Bell's palsy with her second pregnancy and never regained being able to use the muscles in that half of her face.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah, it's scary.
And my mom got Bell's palsy from a flu vaccine, and she had to go to physical therapy before, and she had to really work at it to get her muscles and the neural connections or whatever to get your face to work again. About 2 or 3 months. That Bell's palsy is way more common than I thought.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Wow. Yes, and protect from the sun, of course. Apple, yes. They do look and sound alike, don't they, Terry? It's interesting.
I don't think we look exactly alike. Like Maddie's nose is completely different from
When
mine.
you don't have your makeup on, and then you kind of look more alike, I feel like. But
Yeah, with my hair pulled back.
you do have very similar features.
Is it like when you look at their baby pictures, is it hard to tell which is which?
No,
No, you can.
no.
Yeah, I feel like I can always tell too.
Yeah. True.
What?
I'm so tired, Leanne. I
was going to say, what's going
figured-
on?
I just figured you guys were about to get off, and I'm like, oh, I'll just
We
say hi
are.
I'll say hi to Julie, and
Yeah.
and then I have to go back to pack. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to. It's exhausting.
It is exhausting having a big sale and packing
I
up
thought
everything.
you weren't doing sales anymore, or you just do little pop-ups here and there.
Yeah, surprise pop-ups when I'm feeling carefree and spontaneous, Julie.
That's nice.
Julie, I'm leaning into my spontaneous nature. I am a creature of spontaneous and very impulsive decisions. I'm leaning in. And so I said, I think I should do a sale today. And I did one.
Because you're not normally spontaneous?
No, I am.
Okay, I was going to say, I would think you would normally be.
No, yes,
Spontaneous
but
by nature. Okay.
exactly. So here's
That's
what
good. You
Let me
feel
make-
it, do it.
let me be.
Yeah.
I'm not always clear because my mouth moves fast and my brain can't keep up. So what I mean is, when you have a regular schedule, it's scheduled, so you feel committed to that. When you say I'm not doing sales and I'll just pop up whenever, that is what I mean by I'm leaning into my more my mode of operation. Modus operandi is
That's good.
just a little more of like,
Yeah.
I think it's a good time.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
feel it, then do
Yeah,
it.
I'm feeling it. I do it.
Exactly. I like it.
I like that idea too. I can understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been in the basement all day. I haven't talked to anybody. I said a couple words to my dog, so this is all I can do.
A lot of my days feel like that. Even though John is here, he's working, and so. But yeah, I'm gonna head down to Seattle to Maddie's place so I can feed her cat since she left early this morning. So I gotta go do that pretty soon. That was nice of you, Apple. Thank you for the compliment. Did you see that, Bridget? She said your mom is awesome.
Oh yeah, apples.
But you know that already.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be harmful if you reminded me of that every once in a while. That'd be nice.
Well, you're really making me want to.
Well, true.
Hi, Terry.
My kids are awesome.
Hey, honey. You're home early. What time is it?
Your dog is talking to you now, Heather, is what Kathy says. Bye, Terry.
No, I just said I said a few words to the dog. She did not
Oh.
talk back.
She's not talking back.
No.
Well, my honey just got home, so I'll probably,
You're gonna head out.
yeah,
All right.
see why he's
Well,
home
I think
so early.
we'll turn off the live at least. We'll say goodbye to our friends in YouTube land, and then we'll see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thanks for joining us, Nettie and Renee, Apple, Kathy,
Terry,
Mary,
Angela.
Angela. Yeah.
I didn't see Angela.
Midge was here earlier.
She might have jumped off.
She might have jumped out. Bye.
Christy was here. Bye, everybody.